Hi, my name is Michaela, and I interviewed Christy Giannisopoulos, who is my boss at the Lincoln Parks Foundation. I have been interning for Christy for about a year now, and her role at the foundation is executive director. So, not only do I look up to her as a leader, but I know there are tons of people within our organization and within the Lincoln community who definitely look up to her. So, I thought she would be a great leader to interview and something that we could really learn from her. When I asked Christy what her definition of leadership, some words that stood out to me were vision, dream, inspire, achieve, and create. Christy said, leadership is sort of like having a vision or a dream. But what really makes you a leader is your ability to share that vision or dream with others and inspire them to not only support your vision, but to create their own and achieve it. When I asked Christy if she believed that if interpersonal skills were important in leadership, she said, I think interpersonal skills are absolutely necessary to leadership. It is so important for a leader to be able to communicate with others effectively. Without interpersonal skills, it is nearly impossible to not only effectively communicate, but also to have success in your own personal and professional life. I thought this was really interesting because this shows that Christy not only values interpersonal skills in her professional life, but she really values them in her personal life. When asking Christy what some of her best leadership characteristics were, she said, I like to think as executive director of a nonprofit that I carry some strong leadership characteristics with me. One of my strongest characteristics that I have been reminded of time and time again is how optimistic I am. I try my very best to be positive even in the toughest of times. This is something I have always tried to do. It never gets easier, but it is something everyone needs to work on. Another leadership characteristic that I possess is I really try to make myself accountable. There is nothing that irks me more than someone who can't pull their weight when a whole community is depending on them. Accountability is sometimes hard to find in people, and that is why I strive daily to make sure I am accountable. I definitely see both of these characteristics in Christy as a leader. The one that really stands out to me is how optimistic she is. I've never come to the office and seen her in a bad mood, even in the worst of days. Also, her accountability. She not only tries to carry her own weight, but as she notices that someone else in the organization isn't pulling their weight, she'll often pick up what they're not doing. Some of the challenges that Christy said that she faced as a leader was guiding change. She says, one of the biggest challenges that I have faced in a leadership position is guiding change. People are very resistant to change, especially those in the older generation, which is much of who our organization works with. So guiding this change and leading it can often be very challenging, which also makes my optimistic leadership trait hard to carry at times. When I asked Christy who her great leaders were, I thought it was really cool that although she's technically the executive director and is above everybody else in our organization, she thought her great leaders were the people that were actually below her. She says, the people that I see as great leaders are the people I work with. I think we have a fantastic team and we all learn something from each other. Although they look up to me as their leader, I learn so much from them daily, which inspires me to do the things that I do. This definitely goes back to her definition of leadership, because in her definition of leadership, she pretty much said that a leader is anyone who you can learn from and who guides you and inspires you to achieve your own visions and dreams. So, I mean, if Christy is learning from these people and these people really do inspire her, they are definitely people that she looks up to as leaders. I think that's really important in like an executive director position, because a lot of times they think that they're the leader and whatever they say goes, but I really appreciate the fact that she values the people under her and what they think. Thank you.